Comrades, members of the different governments of the AES, dear participants at this first summit of heads of state of the AES, good morning. It is an immense pleasure and an honor to be here today on this blessed, memorable date, July 6, 2024, in Niamey. Before anything else, let us give thanks to God who has allowed this day to happen. We thank Him for all He has done for us up to this point and for all He will do for the people of the AES. Allow me also to pay tribute to the Nigerian people, who have suffered greatly since the advent of the CNSP and who continue to stand tall. Thank you to the Nigerians who gave us a warm welcome yesterday when we set foot on the soil of our homeland. Here, you are more than friends. You are more than neighbors. You are our brothers and sisters because fraternity goes beyond friendship or neighborhood ties. We share the same blood running through our veins. In our veins flows the blood of those valiant warriors who fought to preserve this land we call Mali, Burkina, and Niger. In our veins flows the blood of those brave warriors who helped the world rid itself of Nazism and many other plagues. In our veins flows the blood of those valiant warriors who were deported from Africa to Europe, America, Asia, and other places, and who helped build those countries during slavery. In our veins flows the blood of dignified, robust men standing tall, and for that, let us be proud and grateful to be from the AES. Africa, this continent that has suffered so much and continues to suffer because of imperialists, is seen by them as an empire of slaves. That's how they view Africa. To them, Africans belong to them. Our lands belong to them. Our subsoil belongs to them. They have never changed their mindset to this day. It's deplorable. But how do they proceed? Unfortunately, since the 1960s, when these so-called independences were given to Africa, they only placed local lackeys at the head of what they consider their sub-prefecture to continue exploiting it. These local lackeys, whom we can call salon slaves today, have no other goal than to live like the master, to satisfy the master, and to do everything the master dictates. They steal from our states and bring everything to the master, keeping their wealth with the master. They do everything to live like the master and always satisfy him. When the master commands, they execute. Do you know who these salon slaves are? We will explain. They are individuals without dignity, without morals, without personality. But the master slave has always known how to identify these individuals who are always ready to betray their brothers to satisfy the master. They have betrayed us since independence, and others continue to betray us for their master. These individuals always go against us to keep Africa enslaved and help the master enslave Africa. They boast every year in their economic surveys that Burkina is the poorest country, Mali is the poorest country, Niger is the poorest country, and we are ranked among the last. Fine, if we are as poor as they say. Why don't they want to leave when we ask them to? When we take the case of Niger, for over 40 years, some countries have been exploiting uranium to produce energy for themselves, lighting up the streets from Ottawa to Paris. But in Niger, it's darkness that serves us. Our lands are pockmarked in search of precious metals like gold. But often there isn't even a decent road to reach the mining areas, let alone basic social services. That's why we decided to revolt and take the destiny of our countries into our own hands. There are many other examples. But when we decided to do so, we were approached by some salon slaves to convey their master's message. They had created a kind of polymer chain to keep their positions at the heads of our states to serve them. We came to break that chain. Which is inconceivable to them. They approached us and asked us to fall in line to be part of the elite that must lead Africa. Because they have an elite that must follow and is entrenched in that chain. We refused to join them, and hostilities began. They sent many mercenaries into our regions, and agents came down to the Sahel, hoping to carry out cowardly, barbaric attacks against our populations to incite them. Besides these ground attacks, communication attacks, manipulation and misinformation are in full swing. But the peoples of the Sahel have understood, and they will never be manipulated again. They know where they come from, what they are doing, and where they are going. We will not allow this anymore. People are awake and fighting today, not for ourselves, but for future generations. Thank you all for the struggle being waged. We will not cry. We will not tremble. We will face it and fight for real independence and freedom. To instill fear in the people of the AES, these individuals only have 3 terms in their mouths: democracy, freedom, and human rights. Their local lackeys are only elected through what they call free and transparent democratic processes according to their values.
It's no wonder they want to impose this on us, because they make the rules. Very well. We have decided to take responsibility for ourselves. On July 26, 2023, when Niger decided to turn the page, the salon slaves and their masters mounted their high horses, put their local lackeys in front, and decided to wage war against the Nigerian people. We said that anyone who dares to attack Niger will face us, because we will wage a merciless war to the last drop of blood against anyone who dares to attack our states. This decision we made yesterday is current today and will be current tomorrow and forever. Thus was born the AES on September 16, 2023, in a mutual defense architecture. However, we deemed it necessary to extend and expand the AES architecture, which brings us together today to other areas beyond defense, including finance and economy, infrastructure, health, education, and more. I hope these moments will allow us to write a story for the AES, for Africa, and for the whole world. May God enlighten each of us, inspire us in our tasks, and ensure that when we do everything, we have in mind only one thing: the supreme interest of our populations. We pray once again to God to accompany us all in our various tasks, to protect our fighters who allow us to sit here and discuss the future of our states. Thank you once again, Nigerian people. Be united and in solidarity, people of the AES, the homeland or death.